Hello Cancer, welcome to your January reading. This will be a reading for all Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising signs, or if you just have a lot of Cancer in your chart and you associate strongly with Cancer, welcome. This will be a general reading, of course, so it won't resonate with everyone, but take what resonates and leave the rest. I feel really strongly about the importance of showing the cards clearly as I pull them. Because I do think that any images or messages that you may get as you watch the reading and as you look at the cards, you should take those seriously. Okay, I'm going to pull a general energy for the next couple of weeks in January. For Cancer, please. Thank you, Spirit. It's a general energy for Cancer. All right, Cancer, you got two cards coming in as your general energy for the rest of the month in January. You've got the Nine of Cups and the Lovers. So some of you are going to get good news, something that you were hoping to get, some kind of development will take place relative to a relationship that you've been in. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be any kind of relationship that has been causing you, I don't want to say grief, but has been making you question perhaps whether you should continue with the relationship, or whether you should pursue the relationship, or whether you should leave the relationship. It can go any way, take it how it resonates, but you're going to get some kind of clarification or indication in January for what you were really deep down hoping would be the answer to your question about this particular relationship. So whatever you're really hoping for is probably going to come through. Could move into the beginning of February as well. So readings for me usually go about 3 weeks out, and since we're mid-January right now, it could extend into the first week or two of February. But for the most part, this is January energy. Okay, let's go ahead and pull tarot cards. How are you feeling right now? Okay, you got two cards that popped out. You got the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So you're kind of feeling fed up, overburdened in some ways. Could be overburdened. It's a Wands, so you may be feeling like you've been extending energy in a direction that hasn't been yielding many results for you. You may be feeling burdened by this. But this is an interesting card. If you look closely at the card, you can see that she's overburdened by a giant pile of flowers, and flowers don't really weigh that much. So if she just straightened her back and stood up straight, she could unburden herself of everything that's been causing strife and discontent in her life. She's also bending down to pick up a tulip. Now, I wish I knew more about the symbolism of flowers, but for some reason I'm getting memories with tulips, and that I could be totally wrong about that, but for whatever reason that's how it's coming through for me, so I'm going to go with my intuition and just go with memories here. For me, it's feeling like the memory of something is overburdening you. The memory is causing these feelings of just kind of like of meh, of I can't go on anymore. I can't go through this again. I can't do this again. I don't want to go through this again. But you're also super optimistic because you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So something on one hand you're feeling really sad and depressed and just kind of like fed up, and then on the other hand you're feeling optimistic and feeling like you're able to move forward maybe in a new direction. So maybe you're putting the past behind you, moving forward towards something new is kind of how you're feeling right now. What's the reality of your situation, Cancer? What's the reality of Cancer's situation right now? We have the Hanged Man. So pause in the action is the reality for you right now. Things have been put on pause. Or maybe you're seeing things in a whole new light. I mean, you've got that Hangman. That Hangman card is really beautiful. She's kind of hanging upside down and she's pulling open, like she's unzipping the foliage and seeing the clouds behind it. So it's almost like being able to see the forest for the trees, right? A new perspective, gaining a new perspective. These two cards popped out as I was thinking about that Hangman. So you got the Star and the Three of Wands making an appearance. So a lot of hope for the future, that your ships are coming in. A lot of good indication or good vibes coming towards you. Good movement, positive movement forward is coming towards you. The Three of Wands talks about you setting your goals for the future, right? But it's also a card of seeing your ships come in. So it's almost like a little mini victory. You get a taste of some kind of victory. Something goes your way. You're given a gift of something, of knowledge of some sort, right? With the Hangman, we're going to talk about it, of knowledge. So maybe some information comes to you that allows you to move forward and gives you the ability to plan ahead, is what I'm getting for you with the reality of your situation right now. Okay, what's coming towards you? Let's see what's coming towards Cancer right now. Right, Cancer, what's coming towards you? Ooh, bunch of cards popped out, but I'm going to take the top one. You got the Queen of Swords. Clarity, being able to see through the veil is coming towards you. The other three cards that came out with that Queen of Swords are the Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Six of Swords. So the Emperor, this Emperor card looks like he's, controlling things, like puppet master there. Knight of Pentacles talks about slow progress, usually in the realm of finances, security, things that have to do with security, plans for the future, setting long-term plans. Goes with that Three of Wands that we saw earlier really nicely. Six of Swords also talks about movement away from that dark cloud, right? It's kind of like if you were depressed about something, the Six of Swords says that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You'll be able to move past those feelings of depression. Six of Swords, definitely a movement card, but it is in the mental realm with the swords. Sometimes we talk about actually picking up and physically moving with the Six of Swords. And with the Knight of Pentacles, who's, the knights are movement because they're on the horse, but in this deck you can see there's no movement. She's just sitting there surveying the future, kind of with the Emperor making plans for how to move past this current deadlock, in a way, I want to say. And with the Queen here, the Queen of Swords, again, she's looking towards the future there with her stethoscope, or whatever you would call that. They're not binoculars, it's one. Is it a stethoscope, or is that just underwater? Or no, underwater is a periscope, right? Well, you know what I mean. She's looking towards the future. She's sitting up on this hot air balloon. So she's elevated from ground level, so she can see pretty clearly. She can see pretty far. She's got birds flying around her, but she's also got birds kind of underneath her, and her skirt is made up of feathers, which is beautiful. And I've never noticed this before, but she's holding a bird. I've got to look at it closely. It looks like a hawk that she's holding in her hand. Hawk being a bird of hunting, right? Of hunting, of prey. So what's coming towards you, I feel like, it's not going to resonate for everybody, right? But for some of you, Cancer, I feel like whatever you've had your sights on, whatever prey, so to speak, you've had your sights on, is coming towards you, will be yours soon. All right, what's your advice? What's the advice for Cancer? I got the Star coming through in your advice, so important that you remain hopeful throughout the next few weeks. I'm sorry I shook that camera. Yeah, important for you to keep your vibes high as you move through the rest of January. Keep manifesting, if you get a negative thought, banish it as quickly as you can. Think of something positive instead, okay? Think of anything that will make, that will bring joy and hope and make you feel connected to the universe in whatever way, you know, that connects for you. Let's pull some clarifiers here. Let's get a clarifier on how you're feeling, just real quick. 5 of Pentacles, yeah, so there was that disappointment that we were talking about earlier. And the Prince of Swords, clarifying how you're feeling. So, you know, a little left out in the cold, but willing to move forward, wanting to kind of break past that feeling. So you've been really good, Cancer. You've recognized that you're feeling bummed about stuff, but you've been trying really hard to move past that. You've been doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing, right? You've been playing all the right mental games in your head, telling yourself the right kind of mantras, the positive mantras, the worthiness, you know, I am worth whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, right? I am worthy of this. I can bring this into my life. For some of you, you know, you're really feeling it. I have it already. So that's really good. Let's see. For the reality, let's get a clarifier on that Hangman. Why the Hangman? 7 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles. So yeah, 7 of Pentacles talks about, and you can see the words on top with this deck. 7 of Pentacles says failure above it. This is a Thoth-based deck, and in the Thoth Tarot, the 7 of Pentacles is called failure because it is a fear of failure card. It's not a card that indicates actual failure. It's a card that indicates that your thought patterns are going to bring about failure if you don't change them soon, that kind of thing. So because this is the reality of your situation, and it's coupled with the 4 of Pentacles, which is talking about power, and the 4 of Pentacles, you can see here in this deck, the 4 of Pentacles, that man is sitting in between 4 little sand castles that he's built. The 4 of Pentacles talks about building a solid foundation for yourself. 4 of Pentacles is a 4 is a solid foundational number. You have the 4 pillars that will allow you to build a house or build a strong structure. So that's what this person is doing. Now, because we've got it with this paired with the 7 of Pentacles, I'm just going to pull this out because I want to take a closer look and see if I can figure out what he's holding in his hand. It's not clear to me what he's holding in his hand, but it looks all light, like light and magic. So what I'm getting with those 2 cards together, clarifying the Hangman, is that you're turning around any kind of lack-based mentality that you've had in the past. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this might be about love, right, and relationships, because we are talking about the overall energy being the Lovers and the 9 of Discs. So for some of you, this is really just about partnership and love relationships. For others of you, though, this is relationship that goes far beyond just a one-on-one romantic relationship. This talks about just relationships in general in your life. You may be feeling like, or you may have felt like, they don't always turn out the way you were hoping for, that you try to create a relationship of one sort and it fails, and you're kind of moving past that. You're saying, okay, well, maybe, you know, the relationship didn't work in the past because of this and this and this, but you're forgiving yourself. You're kind of breaking free of that barrier that you may have built around your heart, so that you can remain open and allow the universe to bring in good relationships for you. All right, let's get a clarifier on that Queen of Swords, please. It's coming towards you with that Queen of Swords. Why the Queen of Swords? Well, you know, you can't make this stuff up. Queen of Swords, clarifying the Queen of Swords. Okay, so let's take a look at this Queen of Swords, shall we? Queen of Swords, air sign, right? So we're looking at, you know, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be a literal person coming towards you with a lot of air in their chart. This person is wise and can cut through bullshit and can see clearly. This could be a counselor of some sort. For some of you, Cancer, you may be speaking with a counselor, a therapist, an HR person at work, you know, somebody that can give you good advice on how to move forward. We're taking that quite literally. For others of you, this is just you moving into that Queen of Swords energy and seeing things for what they really are. The Queen of Swords is able to unmask those around her. She's able to take the mask off of situations that surround her, but also from herself. She's able to look at herself clearly. What kind of masks have you been wearing, Cancer? Maybe it's time to take that mask off. See if we get another clarifier. Why the Queen of Swords? The King of Cups. All right, so there's something in this relationship. King of Cups coming in for you. And because, you know, we have that clarifying again, the Lovers and the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment at its most selfish form. The Nine of Cups is your joy overflowing because you got what you want. It's very me-centered. This King of Cups is going to give you what you want. And it could be the universe giving you what you want. It could be an actual person giving you what you want. Also just got the Hierophant and Death popping up for you. All right. So the Hierophant talks about spirituality brought down to earth, walking the walk, talking the talk. Also talks about institutions of higher learning, universities, talks about corporations, talks about religious organizations, anything very, you know, rigid structures, any kind of structured institutions that you deem holy in some way, or holy to you, sacred to you, and that you try to abide by their rules. Death and rebirth, obviously, very obvious meaning for the Death card. It is a resurrection, it is a rebirth, it is, and then in this card, you know, it's the phoenix rising from the flames. So this something new is coming back, and I don't usually get Death card as a resurrection of something that's happened before, but for some reason I'm kind of feeling that. So some situation that you may have closed the door on, or that you may have been considering closing the door on. We have that 10 of Wands in the feelings situation. I think it's going to kind of resurrect itself, bring itself back to life for you, Cancer. You're going to reassess it. What's your advice? What's the advice for Cancer here? What's the advice? Why the Star? Why the Star, please, for Cancer? Okay, you got the Prince of Cups and the Sun clarifying the Star. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards clarifying the Star. So the Prince of Cups, some kind of offer coming towards you. Sometimes it's an apology. So if you've been hoping for an apology from somebody, it's coming. If you were hoping for an offer of some sort, it's coming. The Sun, all shall be revealed. So things that you may have felt have been hidden from you in the past, they will be made clear to you. Your advice as the Star is to keep that hope, move forward, keeping those positive vibes. Know that what you have been kind of hoping for is coming towards you. So don't do anything silly. I don't know why I'm getting that. Don't jump the gun. Don't assume things. Be open. Let other people speak first is what I'm getting, okay? Before you jump to conclusions. If somebody says, hey, I want to talk, Cancer, say okay, and then listen to what they have to say. Don't jump in. Don't say, hey, yeah, I'm really glad you wanted to talk. I wanted to talk too, and then say what you wanted to say. You know, let them have their say first. because I think you might be surprised at what they have to say, and it may not be what you were expecting, and it may be exactly, though, what you wanted to hear. Okay, let's get some, I'm going to end this with, all right, I'm changing, let me pull some Kipper cards real fast, and then we'll pull some oracle cards. Let's see what Kipper has to say for January. Any other messages? Journey. You got Journey coming in for you. This Journey card is really interesting card. I'm getting glare, so I'm going to move it around. You could be going on a journey. First class. This guy's moving first class. He's dressed nicely. He's got nice luggage. He's all the way at the front of the train. Journey could indicate something as simple as taking a little trip, maybe going on a little vacation. And it's coming out with occupation. So some of you might be going on a trip with work. Something might be coming in for you with work. You may be getting a word that you're up for a promotion as well. So wouldn't be getting it yet. It would be, down the line, but you may be hearing that you're up for some kind of promotion or raise, or the boss has put in, or, you didn't think you were going to get a raise this year, but the boss has put in for you. Getting that for some people. Okay, let's move over to the oracle cards. Let's pull a Nature's Whispers card. What advice do you have, Spirit, for Cancer for the month of January? Thank you, Spirit. What would you like to say to Cancer? Okay, Cancer, you got, wow, culmination of vision. Look at that beautiful card. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Culmination of vision. Absolutely gorgeous. All those golds and oranges. So pretty. All right, let me get the book and read to you. 35, culmination of vision. Time to take positive action toward your goals and dreams. Be adaptable and fine-tune any of the details of what you are creating. Reflect on your desires and make sure your attitudes and beliefs are in alignment with what you wish to accomplish. Let go of any aspect or quality that no longer fits what you intend to accomplish. Okay, beautiful. That goes so nicely with everything that we were talking about. The Hangman as your current situation and the Star coming in as your future. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. All right, Cancer, that's your reading for January. Keep that culmination of vision in mind. Have a great month, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.